Well, hello, my lovely friends. This is Tuesday, and I am bringing you a scrapbook process video for the Empty Box series. And I am using this background paper that is from Pink Fresh Studio Indigo Hills, which I believe was their first collection. So I've had it for a while. I'm also backing this beautiful photo with the Studio Calico Here Plus There collection, and that's a paper pad that I think I picked up at Tuesday Morning a while back, so that is old as well. So pulling from my stash, which I should be doing, as this is the Empty Box series. So I'm just showing you some of the products that I have pulled either from my stash or from the Empty Box. I've gotten so much use from the Empty Box that I'm having to pull a little bit from my stash as well. Just to supplement, because I don't want to make layouts that I don't particularly like because I'm so limited on color or variety. And now that I've gotten down pretty low in my box, I feel like I need to supplement. So an even better way to use my stash, right? So this photo is amazing. It is a picture that is of our lovely moon, and I think it is just fantastic. It shows all of the scars and all of the pits and all of the battle wounds that our beautiful moon has gone through. And so I love this photo. It was a series of 3 photos that I believe was taken by the Voyager. I may be wrong on that, but I think it was the Voyager, or I know it was one of those satellites. So this background paper, I've had a couple of these layouts lately where I use a background paper that is the highlight and the main focal point other than the photo. And this is another one of those bold backgrounds that a lot of people scratch their heads and don't know what to do with. And so I wanted to make sure that I used a background like this to show you my interpretation of how simply, easily, beautifully it will come together. And I do kind of fiddle around with placement here. I'm trying to figure out what I do want on the page and what I don't. And I end up scaling it back, actually. I thought I would put more on this background, but as I've said before, it does all the work for you. You really don't have to use that much product when you've got a bold background like this that either has a large icon or a distinct pattern that basically sets the entire layout. So I did pull this title that is authentic. That's from Heidi Swap, and they're just called acetate words, and I'm sure you can get them at most Joann's or possibly Michael's. I also pulled from Dear Lizzie that acetate that says a life filled with magic, and I think that's beautiful down at the bottom of the photo. I'm not going to do any more layering behind the photo. I think that I would rather just the photo and the background paper be the highlight of this entire layout. And so I just kept it simple. Like I said, you don't have to do a lot here. I'm going to end up pulling off that word gorgeous, which was also from Heidi Swap. And I'm adding a couple of stickers around the page, just label stickers that were in the Empty Box. The one on the bottom right says possibilities. The one in the top left says delight. And I also have a white one there underneath the shine bright, which says up and away, but it's in gold, so it's hard for you to read. Now, I end up thinking I'm going to use these enamel dots, and I don't. And so I'm going to pull that off. They're gray. They match the background perfectly, but I just thought there's too many words in too many areas, and then the enamel dots just kind of seem floating. So I will pull off several things here and go a different direction, and I've kind of been doing that lately, so no surprise there. That Shine Bright label will stay where it is. It is from the Bohemian Dreams Cocoa Vanilla line, and so are the Flare that I'm going to use. The one that says "You Are Amazing" there right above the Shine Bright will stay, and then I'm going to add another one just above that black label that says Possibilities to the bottom right. So I had these in the empty box. I never know what to do with stars. It's so strange because I get in these situations where I mention to y'all that I don't like something. Not that I don't like it, but I don't know how to use it, or I don't feel comfortable using it. And then all of a sudden I get inspired to use it. So it's almost like y'all are my sounding board. So I go, oh, I don't know what to do with a bunch of stars. I'm not very comfortable with that. And then arises this situation where what would be the perfect thing to put on this layout but stars? So I end up using probably 12 to 15 of those yellow acrylic stars. They're fairly dimensional, but they really make the layout stand out, and I love how they added that feeling of outer space. So yeah, I just started sprinkling them all over. I used, I think, every one in that color. And here's where I'm pulling off some of those additional words because I said, you know, I just don't need them. So I think I grabbed some blue thread here that I'm going to add behind my flare. And I'm pretty sure after I glue, oh, I know what I do. So I'm going to glue the stars down. I'm going to add thread behind this flare, and then I'm going to bring in the other flare and add thread behind it. And you always have to glue down anything that has gesso or thread because nothing wants to stick down. And I'm pretty much going to glue these stars exactly where they kind of fell. Very easy. This is just, I mean, these background papers, you can't mess that up because it's like, it does all the work for you. It's kind of like when you just have, I don't even know how to put it in words. It just makes it so darn easy. And it is late and I've been working all day and I'm tired. And I've had the worst case of plantar fasciitis, which if you don't know what that is, it's where the bottom of your feet feel completely beaten and bruised. And so I've been struggling with that for a couple of months now. And I had it in my early 30s and lost a bunch of weight, and it stopped, and now it's back. And so even though I'm doing all of my stretches and physical therapy and things that I need to be doing to counteract this issue, it's not going away. So by the end of the day, when you are pretty much, you know, standing or working out for a lot of hours, it just kills you. It really does. So I'm pretty darn tired. I'm also going to pop up that Moonlight and Memories piece of ephemera, and I cannot remember the name of that collection, but I do pop it up on some foam tape, and that's it. That's the layer. That's not the layer. That's the layout. See, I am tired. So that pretty much does it. I'm going to have still shots for you. And I am going to have a collaboration on the 18th of March, so stay tuned for that. And also the 23rd of March, I'm going to have a YouTube hop, and I think it's going to be super fun, and I'm going to do some fun things with Cheeky for that, so you don't want to miss out. And yeah, I guess that's it. Make sure you thumbs up and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I will have another video for you very, very soon. Ta-ta for now. Bye.